Not Quite Narwhal, written by Jesse Sema. Kelp was born in the deep ocean. He knew early on that he was different from all the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. He had different taste in food, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't either. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. I wish I were a better swimmer, he thought. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like Kelp. Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. It wasn't. Eventually, he got the hang of it. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind and scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him, but as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals? Actually, we're unicorns, and by the look of it, so are you. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about tusks. We call them horns. Wow, said Kelp. They introduced him to unicorn delicacies and showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon, they called. Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. "Welcome home," said all the narwhals. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. "It turns out I'm not a narwhal." "Of course you aren't," they said. I'm a unicorn. Well, we all knew that. They took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns, or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide, but then he realized that maybe just maybe he didn't have to choose. The end. Not Quite Narwhal. Written by Jesse Seema.